Hi, I'm Sean, Head of Developer Relations here at Expanso, and today I'm going to show you how to deploy and utilize an EdgeML network with Bacalhau in just a few minutes. So let's take a look at it. So what are we working with today? Well, we have a series of computers spread out across the world from the Far East all across Europe to the West Coast, which have Bacalhau installed on them. And we're going to deploy a job which looks at each of the nodes in that network, finds a locally available stream of video, and then runs some AI inference over them, specifically the YOLO model. And what this allows us to do is allows us to utilize that compute at the edge, understand what's going on locally to that node, and then stream it to a centralized location where we can then pull that information in and view and interact with it. So let's take a look at the shape of our network, and that's very simple with Bacalhau. We just type Bacalhau node list, and we get a list of the nodes available on our network. These are where we're going to be running our job. But how do we define this job which is going to run this EdgeML inference? Well, that comes through the job file. Now, the job file is a very simple affair when it comes to Bacalhau. Just a YAML file which explains what kind of work we want to do, where we'd like it to go, and how it's going to run. And it starts with a type of job. So we're going to run a service type job, which is a long running job that will only execute when we want it to, stop executing when we want it to, and will run across every available node on the network. We're also running a Docker type job. So when this job starts, it's going to pull a container down, this one specifically, and start running the actual activities for us. So the inference on device on the locally available stream. Typically, Bacalhau jobs don't have access to streams and files on the system. But because they've been written to a file on the system from the stream, we can actually access those by specifying an input source at the bottom here, which will allow the application to read that data as it comes in, run some inference over it, and then send it off to our dashboard. So what does our dashboard look like? Well, right now it looks like this and it's pretty empty, but that's because we have nothing running on our network. Once we spin up our job, we will start seeing our dashboard populate with the different streams that are available for us to go and view and interact with. So let's do that now. With Bacalhau, it's very simple. It's just a matter of saying Bacalhau job run, specifying the YAML file that contains our job. And because this is a long running service job, we don't want to wait for it to complete. We could be waiting a while. So we're just going to say, go and fire this off. We'll deal with it later. And we get our job ID. So we now know that's been accepted to the network. So let's go back to our dashboard and see what's happening. So a few minutes have gone by and our Bacalhau job has been running on our network where the streams are available to it. And it's running inference over these streams in real time. And it's populated our dashboard with some of the streams that we can now view and interact with and see what's happening in them with that AI model that's running over them. So we can see we've got some security cameras from the street side, from public places, some door cams, great stuff to be experimenting with. Let's click on one and see what's going on. Let's look at our street view. And here we can see the real-time inference results being streamed from each node to this dashboard over WebSockets, showing us what's going on in our video. We can plot out in real time the number of classifications per image, and because we have this direct connection to the Bacalhau node, we can even filter down the things we are or are not interested in. Another benefit of doing this and having that direct connection is we can switch out the model in real time. So we can say, actually, what I would like is to use the slightly larger, hopefully more accurate model to analyze these streams as they come in. And we can switch it out and it'll go and do it immediately. And that's all there is. That's how you deploy and utilize an EdgeML network with Bacalhau in just a few minutes. Thank you for your time.